because it says review a CHICHOO Viper VOD, which I don't know why that's needed, but or sorry, CHICHOO on Summit, Sunset. I don't know why that's needed, but I'll do it. I'll do it like not too long. I'm actually gonna also double the speed it and let it go. It actually has 300 credits remaining, doesn't, or no, it has 100 credits remaining. Goes through Ghost and Orb. I don't even know where he puts the Orb actually. Oh, he puts it on B in this. Puts it on B in this choke, and then plays on A with his wall. So that makes a lot of sense. You support the team over here, and then you can support yourself with the own wall and put it as you need and however you want. Makes a bit of sense. Cuts off the site, even though he doesn't have access to it because of the... Oh, you do have access to the back site because you can jump up here into there. But cuts off half the site, so back site and front site are separated now, and then double pushes through a Sage Wall. I think it's dinked, and then that's the round over. I think it's... These are liquid gnats, by the way. Kind of rough. I think this is where it gets interesting, where it's how he uses the walls. So he puts it this way, but doesn't do a one-way for himself, doesn't hold this with like other things. It's just the wall and just to hold himself down. What I think is interesting, I think if you can hide here as a defender to a silver arrow. Not that they have one, but most silver arrows that clear all of Site A will not clear that. Because of the Viper wall being like this, you might be able to hide behind it. Fade eyeballs, so he decides to lurk up. Also bought a Deagle. So with 100 creds remaining, he actually has the ability to get a Deagle. Hang on, let me see his money. Yeah. So they actually do have enough money to buy another orb. I don't know if you'd want to buy a Snakebite though, because that way you have a guaranteed orb third round also. Because you want to have the orbs. That's like the most important thing to buy. The mollies are nice, but not necessary. But I agree with what... I think it makes a lot of sense to actually go Ghost round 1, because do you need the molly? It's helpful, but you now have another 100 extra credits for this round. Even if you don't get a kill. Because usually you can't buy the orb both rounds, but getting the Ghost means you can. Makes a lot of sense. Pushes through, and then 1-2, insane shots. Just gets really good lurk kills. He knows the timing. Talks to his team to say like this is gonna be cleared out and stuff, or like who's on site. No, 3 on site. Perfect. Gets the 3 dinks. Then switches up round 3 to B, or is he's putting the orb down and then going? Okay, walls this way. This wall actually holding down all of mid for you to get, so you can crawl up here, you can crawl up here, you can crawl up here. There's a lot of actually good areas you can control with this wall, and also holds down A. And if they're doing a solid mid setup, then this is hard to push through. See, just like that. One of them already died. He got a trade, but then it's traded back. 2 for 2 at least. The Jet got 2 in that, because the Chamber was busy focusing on the other angle. Makes sense. And then they harbor that. Okay. Oh, wow. How do you get that timing? Okay, I actually know how he gets the timing. He pushes up. He hears the knife throw, so he knows where the knife is coming from. And then they're not expecting a push out. They're just expecting a hold. And then I actually don't know what Owen would be smoking that's around this area, because wherever you're facing is where you're going to be aiming your smoke. I don't know what's going to happen if you smoke over here. Like, what's the point? Maybe knows that there's a lurk coming, or the flank that could be coming from the fade, so then decides to smoke this maybe. But then gets an insane timing on that, gets the KO, and the deadlock. Crazy. Buys his teammate, does his usual setup, orb on B, wall towards there, leaving just a little gap here. Well, his map turns, but leaving the gap there. Makes sense. And then goes to support A. This wall is actually really nice. Thanks to these guys. Loses the fight there. I don't know if he heard steps. Actually, I probably turn on Cent for this. Okay, I don't know. Also, I guess I can't do play with backseat like that.
Deadlock low deadlock， 我操，走了一步，我操，加油！我觉得他们有那个地罗是残的。
往哪走呢？这边。
1.3米东方巨龙开通了超粉。B A A
Okay, I'm not gonna turn on sound. Oh. Hey, Thomas. What's the song you're sending? Show me the song. You can either send the YouTube link in chat or just tell me what you want me to look up. Do I care about the rest of this round? Not really. They lose that. It's fine. Because I'm only really just looking at whatever CHICHOO does. Yeah, gets the orb down. Very stereotypical stuff. This time holding B, he's gonna have the op hold the angle and then wants to get alert timing, I'm guessing. Okay. Doesn't get alert timing and actually ends up pushing or shoving mid. I'm waiting, Thomas, don't worry. I'll be here for a bit. Doesn't get the timing. This is actually so rough for the defenders to push through. Because there's so many angles you have to clear when you actually push out. Ooh. Does get the timing on this guy, but someone's actually holding him, which is really good. Understandable. I think this harbor wall is not that necessary if you're going to have this wall. So it's just a matter of like knowing what your teammate wants. Does the round go to shit? Yeah, it goes to shit. Yep, same thing as usual. Or, oh, hang on. Puts a wall down like that instead to hold this pressure. Makes sense to get more mid. You can get a timing out of this now because they have to push up and around as opposed to you that just has quick access to here or this quick access to here, and they have to push through this. Issue is you no longer have this area covered, and it's a question on, yeah, he's just gonna hold B. I was gonna say like where's he gonna go with that, and he did this for the pistol round. Ooh. Suppressed. Okay. I think... Okay, this is just such a doomed round. Holy shit. Yeah, this round is kind of doomed. I don't know why that Omen Smoke was. You are fighting against an eco round. You want to get more space than less. Putting the orb down there. Same wall as usual. I think it's a question on how he's going to use his Viper ulti this time. Trying to get a lurk timing, and then holy shit, he got demolished. Dude, he got demolished too. I just want to know how he starts using the ult on this map, because this makes sense, and if you're not holding A, you don't need to worry about that. That's for the people on site to worry about. So then you have this, and you have the mid wall. I feel there's potentially a better mid wall you could do. Maybe if you want to, you could do like this instead. So instead of the choke up, you have the initial choke. But I think Because it'll get you essentially the same stuff around here, except for this. This is the big deciding factor on whether you want to do this wall or this wall. And I think you're running Harbor, you can have... And you're splitting sites, obviously. But yeah, if you have Harbor, then you can have the stuff here. Sag. He's in there. Oh, he's not in there. Damn. That's crazy. I actually only care about the pre-round stuff. Yeah, doing the same thing as usual. Oh, you can alt mid. You can put the wall up and then alt mid from here. That's actually really smart. Thanks, Thomas. Enjoy your online gaming, Mr. Elite Smasher. Ooh. You can also fight this angle now without worrying too much, because you get the advantage almost every time. You can get around that definitely, but ooh, you know Deloc's there now. Yeah. Honestly, the buy phase is the most interesting thing. Doing as usual. Round start. Plays backside. Alts. You can ult there and actually get all front side push in. That's actually crazy. The issue is you don't have market info. Oh, what? That's really smart. I don't know if he does it on purpose. Actually, no, he definitely does it on purpose, because he drops it now. So he drops it on purpose, thinking, faking the pressure that he's rotated off. And then Sage tries to walk in at the same timing, and then gets fucked for it. And, you know, Owen's on site. You double molly the push. And now it's back to being usable, so when you push out, or if the smoke drops, you can put this back up now too. Is he gonna ult for that? Oh, he ulted for that. Huge. That was actually huge. That was really smart. To drop the ult as a fake on where you are. Not even just a fake of where you are, but just like you're not in the pit, so they think they can push out. And then you are still basically around the pit area. I want to... Does he have actually any backup? He actually has no backup from here, but he also is already ducked and covered by this point in time. And he has full orb. So he just gets a really great timing. And knows really what to do around that scenario. His friend dies. Does he know all three of them are in there? Oh, we got demolished. Dude, this Sage is insane. I've seen like 5 insane shots from her. Same orb and same wall. Heavy hit. I think he's playing around pillar is so smart here. Because you have this angle for your chamber just holds down this angle for anyone that's already walked in. Oh, that's rough though. Damn. They're insane with it. Same orb and wall setup. Oh, he's playing Guardian, that's why. ADS gets the 1 dink. Waiting for a push up. Because you died. Gets another dink. Also hasn't really used his util yet. Calming. Okay, 3. 4. Oh, doesn't get the ace. But doesn't get the guardian ace. It's just kind of tricky to think. Oh, great. 5, 7.5. Same thing goes with ghost and orb. That's pretty smart. All right, let's see the attack-sided walls. Wall to divide the entry into sight by half, so you can activate this while pushing up to force them to not push into you. And then on top of that, when you you can push through it, or you don't have to. You have your harbor for the secondary smokes for the other side. But and this, or maybe it's a lineup for this area. That would make sense too. He does do it at least. Oof. They actually do push up, and they just don't get the kills from it. It's kind of sad, but it happens sometimes. Flashes himself as Yoru. Love to see it. Gets kind of demolished. Yeah, he just got overwhelmed. Alright, puts the same wall. And then you have his teammate. I think if you find an orb for there, that'd be really good, though. Oh, dude. His Deagle on point. He's just kind of pushing up with his team. But yeah, same wall. I actually really do like this wall. The only issue is you need to make sure you have something to cover this. But it covers a lot of sight angles that are kind of rough. No one can really play here anymore because it's kind of uninhabitable. The wall drops, you're just uber fucked. Which means you can kind of play in this corner, but then you have no protection from over here. Again, though, the issue is that you have to push through your own smoke, or it has to be down and then put up later. So you have to have a lot of team coordination to use this kind of thing. And have a good timing with it. I would say there's probably just a better angle of just doing something like this, or like this. You kind of know what I mean. Something like that. But I like this one more, but it's harder to execute on in a ranked game. That's in my head what it is. Orb's the cross. Ko's the cross too. You know someone's in the corner, gets flanked. Okay. Same wall. Then pushes it. No one gets spotted. Good. Did he get the kill? Puts the wall up, and now you can cross in to bend elbow. Drops the wall. Yeah, that's also the good angle. If you come in from elbow, then it's basically all smoked for you. Yep. Great orb, but has a drop because you have no fuel. Fuel management makes sense though. Yep, and then gets traded for the final guy. Really good wall. I think pointing towards B. Breaks the wall. Crazy amount of stuff happening. Or just jumps out and just fucking bonks with the judge. Oh. 4 bolts is a bit rough to have here. Okay. Ooh, wait, hang on. So he orbs that area too, so the Yoru can actually cross into it. And now they have no intel of what's happening in A at all. Or A main, I should say. Oh my gosh. A main, like this entire area. I don't know if someone's playing here, but if someone isn't, then this entire area right here is a question mark. Which is very scary. Especially if you're splitting like this. Oh, look what he got flanked. I really like the play from from CHICHOO there though to orb that and then cut across. Because if you can get this mid lane control, then this A site is so hard to hold if you are anywhere here. Like you just have the Euro hold here, and then here is impossible to be in anymore because you just have some guy splitting through through here into there. Site is impossible. This guy anywhere here is fucked because of the wall. You just don't want to push it. It's super hard. Winnable, and he wins. No wall this time. It's kind of waiting for the pick. Doesn't get the pick, dashes out. So how do you wall? He orbs first. Doesn't use the wall. Okay, they just use the Yoru intel to figure out where people are. And the wall is like this. This gets info booth area, whatever it's called. It'd be really hard to take. Because you put this up, then they could be here, here, anywhere around this area. Smile. Yeah, and then means you're kind of forced to go through Boba, and then going through Boba, you just get hard held. Yep. Then puts the wall down on A for the default wall. Ooh. Yeah, I get shot. I mean, they were getting harbor ulted and they want to push into it. It's kind of rough to do, though. Yeah. Ooh, mid wall. Different wall. Yeah, that's the wall I was thinking of. For B. I will say, if you have Viper Harbor, there's, I think, full reason to constantly just do one wall for the entire thing, except on times you want to brain fuck your opponents. The thing is, this is not one of those times you're kind of brain fucking them. Because you put this down and you are kind of hitting it, and even if you aren't hitting it, both you and your harbor are there, which is really kind of rough. I think now you rotate off, by the way, but they're just going for the hit. And someone snuck in behind them, gets the kill, and ults front sight, and gets demolished. But they're flanking. Dude, it's so white. Harbor wall down. Omen dies, and then you have the last one there. So you just hold the cross. Yep, free win. Unless they both whiff. Yeah. No wall. They do the... Whoa. Okay, this is like a no info wall. Doing it this way means that... oops. There we go. Doing it this way means that you're not actually using it for a site take, you're using it purely to deny info from the enemy. And if they are playing here, they're fine, because they can push out and see things. But if they're playing off-site or playing for back-site, they're just starved. Yep, so they get the kill, but then... Dude, there's so many smokes here. That paranoia was so useless. If you're not pushing with it and everyone's hiding in smoke, you're like, just what's the point? You're not forcing anything off. Oh, Biden makes a lot of sense. Everyone's getting shot down. Gets one kill. I'm stupid. Hang on, it's okay. It was 10-11. Yeah, this round. And he gets the spray down. I wanted to ping the map, and then I just jumped the video. And then does he get this last kill? Oh, that's huge, actually. And I mean, I don't know. I don't like the play from them to double push this, but it makes a bit of sense. You want the flash didn't do that. I 100% agree. That's actually what I said earlier too. And the wall that CHICHOO's doing right now is like this, which makes a lot of sense, cuts off a lot, and then orbs this. But the thing is, I'm reviewing a ranked game where like I don't even know how often you're talking to your teammates. So like, is it really worth it to calm? Hey guys, we're gonna default. I'm gonna wall this, and then I'm gonna orb this every round while you guys slow play mid. Harbor a wall this every time. Push up with that, and just like no one in the ranked team is gonna actually like listen to you on that. They should, but no one will. Other Brayden, I actually don't know if you're in the chat, but how'd you do yesterday? I don't even remember if you actually like played or anything. I was like so concentrated on my own stuff and eating shit on the pavement. Anyways, so wall is for the info starving wall that I don't really like that much because it's very easy to just knock. Anyways, info starving, and then they info starve and then go A, which makes a lot of sense. But the thing is, with the info starving wall, it like, yes, you like make them not be able to know what's happening. But if they're right here and you're not checking that, then it doesn't make a difference. Also, he didn't even put up the wall, so it's like a late lurk wall at that point in time. I'm just gonna bump that down. Also, I missed that last half of the round. How'd he die? I don't care about how he died. Push the site. Doesn't get the orb back. Use the harbor wall to get in. Mollies the side. Forces them not to push in. And then gets jetted. Okay, awesome. Okay. Oh, decides against the A wall. And then does the B wall. I mean, this wall is good for the push-in, too. But I don't like it that much. And then you turn it off now, because this is up, right? You turn it off now. You don't turn it off? Okay. Now we turn it off. And then go A. Yep. Dude. It's demolished. Okay. Damn. I think what to get from that is, well, one, things I already know about Viper specifically, because I main Viper, but a lot of the time, or I don't really play her that much anymore, but a lot of the time you are trying to set up for attack, you always have to do it before the round starts, because that is actually the most broken thing about Viper, in my opinion, right now. Having the ability to set up past the spawn barriers and be somewhere else completely when the round starts, insane to be able to cancel, to starve info and stuff. With one of the best info starving tools in the game. The Viper wall just cuts off so much line of sights. And then, I mean, play around B, orb, and then wall across. You don't really need to worry about a elbow. Yeah, and then on attack, like, you have 3 different kinds of walls. I didn't see him use a mid wall. The thing with bind is you have to do a really you can have a lot of different tricky setups with bind with Viper, because you can have showers wall, you can have B long wall, you can have B hookah and long cut off into the teleporter into deep showers info starve to get showers control. You can have on site across of A to cut off partial on site 2. There's a lot of different things you can do, and that's the good thing about Viper on defense. A lot of the time on defense on most maps, I feel you don't actually have the ability to do that, which is what hinders her a lot. You kind of just have the same default wall, but then when you have mix-ups with like on bind where you can do one thing, do another thing, it doesn't matter like where you are, because you put it down into the wall and then you can be anywhere else, which is insane. You can be anywhere else when the round starts, so someone else can be holding that. As long as you have good combos with your teammate, you can be like, alright dude, hold, you know what to do with the B wall. I'm going to go to A. I will put it up on the round start. You go to the corner. You don't go to the corner. Do whatever you want. Play with the wall. Tell me when to put it down for you. And that's what you have to comment to your teammates. And figuring out a way to coordinate all of that together is really hard. But that's like her best points, in my opinion. The fact that if you have a lot of options for things, then you can constantly trick it up. Which is why, like, here there were like 3 options on attack. I think if you have more options and then default one constantly and then have like you show the first one for like 3 or 4 rounds in a row and then start mixing things up all the time and force them to not know what you're going to do next, because you can have a wall set up on A, go B. You can have a wall set up on A, go A. You can have a wall set up on A, not even touch it, go mid, go B, go A, late, anything else. You could literally have the B wall that's info starving, have someone hold the push them away, and then put it up. You didn't do it there, but you do that, and then you're in such a strong positioning to hold B main. Like, all you gotta do is have that, and then sky flash into, hang on, let me just bring it up. So, this area right here is the contentious point. You do this wall, and then you either sky flash this area to see if anyone's here, or you just go this corner and dog around here, and then you're done. You know that B is completely info starved on main. You put up the wall, you hide here, you hide here, you hide here, you can go here, you can go here, you can go to a lot of different spots, and they just have no idea. And that's all with 2 pieces of util, one rechargeable and the other one like 200 credits. Or flash, 100, that's regeneratable. It's really strong. But he also just didn't use the wall like that. But I think in like a in like an actual like 5v5 team setting, where your team knows what you're trying to do with this wall, it gets a lot stronger. Dude, Sky Viper is so broken. It's actually insane how stupid they can be in just coordination with each other and just controlling so much space on the map. I used to think, because in my head it was always like, Sky is really good at, or Sky is like a 7 or 8 out of 10 on a lot of different things and doesn't excel at one thing, except healing. But like, I don't really care too much about healing. But if you have, if you're only a 7 or 8 out of 10 on these things, why don't you just play Sova, who's a 10 out of 10 on the info gathering, but then, you know, has 0 flashes. But then, with how comps are working nowadays, where so many characters are getting like so useful that aren't initiators, having one initiator that is just really good at everything is so much better than having one guy that is exceptional at one thing and doesn't have other things. Like I'm always thinking, like, why would you rather have a Sky over a Sova? But everything else in your kit is so consistent and so useful. So is Sova, but like, you need to have someone cover that flash area. You need to have someone cover the info gathering area. You have Sky, Fade, you have Sova. One of these 3 is probably on your comp 90% of the time. Oh, and KO, sorry. One of these 4 is on your comp like 90% of the time. I would argue 100% of the time. You should have at least one of them. But if you only have one initiator, then she does everything else at an 8 out of 10 spot. You probably should have her if you only have one initiator. You can do the same thing with Sova, but then who's covering the flashes? You have to have a Phoenix, Yoru, Breach, something else to cover that area. And also, the duelists suck at flashing for some reason. Every duelist doesn't flash on themselves except for Yoru, and Yoru is like too situational, in my opinion, to be used consistently. He's good. I think it's proven that he's actually good, but yeah. Anyways, there's my rant on Sky. And also, that's all I have to do for the thing. Which means I can... I'm going to edit an entire video together. And this is where it'll cut off. That I'll send to Chet. See if he actually cares.